We're gonna do a song that you never heard before. The volume.
Here they come and get wicked. Here we go again.
Ace Kennedy, my brother from another mother.
What's up, man?
You proud of them Bears over there, huh?
No, you know what? It's funny because I was talking to Jerry. He was asking me. He was like, "Yo, you ready to see your boys play?" I said, "Who you talking about?" Because with him, he could be talking about the Thunder. He could be talking about the Bears. He could be talking about the Longhorns. That's just his way of starting a conversation.
Okay.
So I was like, who you talking about? He's like, your Bears. He's like, Monday Night Football. I said, oh man, like I want to see him, but I'm not like, I know the expectations of my team. So it's one of those things like, hey, if I catch him, I catch him. If I don't, I don't. Because I'm more concerned about the Longhorns and the Thunder right now.
Right.
So then I was getting dressed this morning, and classically I had to get dressed in the dark because Sarah B.
Classically.
Well, I'm just saying, Sarah be sleep or whatever like that. So I'll be trying to creep on out of here. So I knew I was wearing the blue shirt and I was gonna wear my G.I. Joe Cobra hat, but it wasn't the same blue. So it just so happened I look in the bag and it was this, and I pulled it out and it happened to be the Bears hat. So I just laughed. So he was like, oh, he laughed at me this morning when I posted the pic. But no, I'm proud of him though, because I mean,
yeah.
It was one of those things like we beat a team that people really thought that we was gonna lose to, and bro, that thing still ain't live on your page, bro.
Listen, man, I don't get the what you call it, bro. So I'm gonna tell you what's different on it is that when it does it, it's locked down, so I can't actually change it from public to from private to public. It's defaulted to show it as that. So I don't know what's up with that, man.
Yeah, all right. Well, I ain't gonna be able to share it. But yeah, so anyway, I watched them boys, bro. And the other thing is, well, hold on, because we gotta address that because what I'm saying is not even showing on your page.
I see what you're saying though, bro. Yeah, but nah, it ain't
Yeah.
it is not happening, bro. Yeah.
And see in the joint is saying you are live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I see that part, but even when I see that, I can't even go through and edit the
now
privacy.
it's probably gonna show it now.
I just see you added you as a co-host on there.
Nah, but what I'm saying is there was a setting on here. It's which again, man, I promise, bro. They be adding stuff every single time.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what these
Oh my gosh, bro. This is wild.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, man, I ended up watching the Bears last night, bro. See these boys, this boy, what's my boy name?
Should be now, you should see it.
What's old boy name that be running everything for them?
Justin Fields.
Belichick.
Oh, Belichick.
I'm like, bro, what is you doing? You building transformers out here, bro? Like, why you got these two quarterbacks like you a college coach and doing this, that, and the other? And I'm just like, bro, y'all need to stop. So
when you got two playing at the same time, that means you don't have one. You don't believe in either one of them, though, man. So, yeah.
Yeah, so now I was proud of my boys, boy. Justin was looking good. My thing is we still got to address our offensive line. We still don't have an offensive line. Our defense is straight.
They had him out their pocket, though, finally.
Yeah, they had him out the pocket, but that's the thing. If he had an offensive line, he would only have to go out of pocket. Like he was going out of pocket to save himself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, right. So I'm saying we need an offensive line to give him some time to do his thing. Like he is just as good to me as Jalen Hurts, right? I just feel like he doesn't have the line to be able to show what he's capable of. So that's my thing.
Let me ask you this though: who did y'all pick in the draft this past season?
I don't know.
Right. That's my point though, right? If you know that you got Justin Fields out here as your running back, right? I mean as your quarterback, you logically would think, let me go ahead and either get a left tackle or or any left-handed, so you might need a good right tackle or whatever it is, though. You would like to think that, you know what I'm saying, that you would, pick somebody in the
Charles,
draft. They didn't do
Charles,
nothing to help them.
this is what I'm talking about, bro. Ask me who my head coach is. I don't know.
He got that weird name though. It's like
I don't know who he is. I don't know who he is. So all I'm saying is that that's how invested I am. Like if they win, but my thing is, I am not a Cowboys fan. I know the expectations that my team is not slated to go to the Super Bowl. I'm gonna obviously root for them if I get the chance the opportunity to watch them. But I'm saying, like, I'm always gonna be a Bears fan. I ain't switching no teams. That everybody know the Bears is my team, and that's what it is. But nah, I ain't doing nothing extra. No extra.
Yeah, man. Well, listen, we got a few things that we got to get, a lot of things actually that we got to get into, though, man.
Yeah.
Starting with that Bel Air Tre Pound, but we gonna get that music going first, though, homeboy.
Hey.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast.
If you smell what the rock.
The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time.
Listen, if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe to the Slash Brothers YouTube and Facebook pages. You can go ahead and click on that bell to get the notifications because we are live on both platforms at the same time. Ace Kennedy. While you're subscribing, you can go ahead and check out my brother page, Ace Kennedy, on that YouTube as well.
Hey man, let me ask you a question. So you flashed a tooth in the video, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was it a tooth or a grill?
So it is a grill. I got a set. I got a top and bottom that's two teeth on both sides. So it's like what I'm waiting to do is get the other side done, but I wanted to do something a little different. So I got just on this side, top and bottom, fangs and the tooth next to it though. Yeah.
I was trying to tell my wife that because she had a dissertation 5-minute conversation about how you only had one tooth, so it looked like you had some dental work done and had a cap. I was like, babe, it's a grill. He's like,
no, man, you know what's crazy though is that I don't know if it's that. So I don't quite know if I just got a big mouth or not though, bro. But I never wanted to. Sometimes when you do, I think it's because I don't have it. Maybe I do got a big mouth. Sometimes people get like 6, and they go 6 will cover you from your canine to canine, right? That should be 6 teeth. So for me, I don't want you to be able to see my back teeth. Like if I'm wearing a grill, I want it to be the canine and the tooth behind it, so that way it looks more full to me, though, man. So that's what mine is. Now, what I do want to do eventually is I want to just go ahead and get my bottoms, my canines, just the canines done with 2 separate ones. But I wanted to get that just because I wanted you to be able to see the whole grin, not just, you know what I'm saying? So even if I did 6, I would do 8 instead of 6 to cover the whole bottom up though, man.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, speaking of that Bel Air Tre, what's up with it, bro?
Yeah, man, Bel Air Tre Pound drop. And this is funny because I didn't realize that it was actually right around the anniversary date of when the Bel Air 2 dropped. That was pure coincidental, right? The Bel Air was dropped actually, it would be tomorrow, Exactly. This time 2 years ago. So this one is the first new single anyway for and probably since then though, man. So pretty excited though about it though, man. Um, Dope concept. That's kind of a theme that I have from my albums where I have a screwed song. You can never have enough chopped and screwed. So this one, I think on the Bel Air 2, I would lie to myself as a screw song. So this one is another one of those dope little concept because and this is one of the things that's real dope when you are truly independent, right? Because I did the song in itself is a freestyle. The first half that I put out the video for, and only the vocals is basically chopped and screwed. So what's funny about it is I go ahead and I think that was going to be it. It's going to be a 2 minute quick little interlude, and then I'm out of there, right? So then I fool around, and after I shot the video, had this idea where I would say, all right, well, while my vocals are chopped and screwed on this song, what if I just went ahead and said, well, let me do my regular vocals on a beat where the beat is chopped and screwed. So it's kind of one of them things that only I would probably notice. But yeah, when you watch the video is just one half of the song. But after where the video cuts off, it's a second half of the song and it reverses so that the vocals are my regular voice, but the beat, the primary sound and the beat is a screwed sound that's transposed. So pretty different concept though, man. But I didn't have the idea until after I had already shot the video, if you were wondering. So that's why the video is only half though, bro. So pretty excited though, man. Been getting really good feedback on it so far though, man. Streams is looking dope. Actually came at this one with a marketing plan in mind, though, man. So I got a few of the different little playlist curators that are looking out for different playlists to add it to, though, man. The word of mouth has been especially good with feedback as well, though, man. So yeah, it's dope, real dope.
Yeah, I'm super excited for you because obviously you know how we do. We've been sitting on this one for a while,
Oh yeah,
and I know you've been super excited about it. It's kind of like it's funny because once X Man was done, this was like right in the same mix, and so it's like, all right, who dropping first, and
right.
when this, and we both had timelines. It is amazing to be independent, but then to have those plans in place and to see things go to fruition. Obviously, things didn't go my direction, but I'm very happy that things are lining up now for the
Yeah,
future.
so this one worked out perfectly though, man, because I think that when we did X-Men, we put out X-Men under the new distribution.
Yeah,
And so it was kind of a tester, you know what I'm saying, to see how things would go. And luckily that the transition in the usage through the new distribution was spot on. And so even with me doing this one, very seamless process. I think it was very smooth though, man, and definitely had me looking forward to the partnership going forward with it. And then actually, because of the experience that we had with the previous distribution, I went ahead and moved just before we hopped on the pod, finished
yeah,
on up to move the old project that's
yeah.
going to renew next tomorrow. It should be jumping on over. So yeah, it was just a real cool thing. Um, Dope thing is that I think I'm gonna try to ride this one out for as much as possible because just like how we've been sitting on this one, I'm already starting to edit the next video for the
Yeah.
next song that I actually have, and that's already with another song lined up. So my goal is to have one in the chamber and be ahead a month. Which is another thing that I want to get with you on because I got an idea that I would love to run, especially seeing that we had On My Mind and the success of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, a
Yeah.
lot of dope things musically.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Bro,
usually
listen,
lock
listen.
in around now.
Yeah, fourth quarter is our quarter for sure. Because I'm
Yeah.
telling you, bro, I actually started working on the track yesterday. Like I was producing
Mm,
yesterday. I got this crazy, super crazy idea for a video. Haven't even talked to you about it yet. That's going on. I'm telling you, man, a renewed sense of direction coming back from San Antonio. Being around creators and like-minded people
mhm.
is, bro, that's what it's about, bro. Being around other people who are creatives, And when I say creatives, you're talking about people that are throwing out ideas and stuff freely, like not worried about if you steal my idea with it. Yeah, talking about business practices, like ways to build marketing. Like it was incredible to be around people who was like, no, bro, I want to learn from you. Let me, what are you doing? How are you doing this? And why are you doing this? And like it was super dope. So like I said, came back just renewed, man. And yeah. And of course you got me hyped up by seeing the video pop
Hey,
up.
listen, man, hold on. You got my page. You got my junk. Pull that junk up, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Pull that, bro. Let's run that. Let's run that.
That boy's
I'm super proud of this one. Listen, I'm super proud of this mainly because and I'd be remiss if I didn't say this, but I'm more as happy as I am to put this one out as another song. I'm equally as happy for my brother, my other brother from another mother, Courtney Davis, who jumps in from time to time in the comments, and the good folks over at Cinematic Visuals, because this was his lead project of him doing his music video ventures. We got another one lined up, and he is probably gonna be my go-to, right? But I was more so happy for him because we actually shot this video back in August and was kind of waiting for the right time. So, from him, from just a marketing perspective and getting his business on out there, man, I know he was anxious to show people like this is what I've been doing and everything, man. So right. I couldn't wait to put it out there just for him. Get that, Maestro.
Here we go.
Hold up, it's going down. Hold up. Going down, Bill that tree pie, TMG, baby. Bill that tree, got it on the way. Sorry for the wait. But I had to get paid. I said I'm self-made. Seen the Chevrolet. So if we talking real, I can talk that all day. Man, these boys play charades. I was drilled from the beginning. Me and Ace got the podcast independent. Big block in, slamming photos. Still got them on the low. Shout out the big kid. Got the big cat. If you praise in my bird, that the girls call me sad. Cuz in your ass. Why you so dramatic? Young enough to hit your mama, old enough to be your dad. I used to flip it power. The Billie Jean crawling. Young boys from Briscoe said, pull up, we bow. I got the jumper foul. I got the bopper stalking. My mama said my girls from high school still be called. Probably cause they found out I dropped the bell. Big body got my bald head up in the air. Picking up the pace. I dropped the new tape. And if we being real, your boy Charlie Bloom late. That's why I can't wait. We get the bigger plate. PBR said you so underrated on the plate. The bear trade. Put them in their place. Now we taking everything. It won't leave a trace. Like a no-show. I'm fresh up in my clothes. Got Billie Jean on Zephyro. Like damn, that heifer throw. Roll in the mold. You know that Charlie win. The niggas mad cause I freestyle this whole again. Man. Hold up, baby, it's going down. What that tone dog, man? That Trey Pound, man. Charlie Venus. Let's go.
Hey, listen, man. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I think that Mott gets a shout out every 5 songs. I'm mentioning his name for some reason, though, bro. Like he's like a regular in almost all my raps, and it's funny because like it's just funny because his name just goes with everything. It slides in easy. It rhymes with a lot of stuff. Easy to talk. Like even him, Rocky, this whole squad, man. Everybody just got names that just rhyme, though, bro. So yeah, man.
Yeah.
Me and Ace got the podcast independent.
Somebody else who might be independent right now is Ye.
Hey, man. Hey. I got some questions for you about this, though, bro.
All right, well, let me give this setup. So basically, we basically talked last week about the boy Ye. He had the Drink Champs interview come out, and there, before the Drink Champs interview, he had some things to say about the Jewish community. So they took down his Twitter, and he started going on some other platforms, this, that, and the other, but none of the hip hop platforms wanted nothing to do with him until Drink Champs decided to do an interview with him. And things, people watched it, the clips came out, and people was, like getting hyped for it. And then, of course, the actual podcast comes out, and you know, from that point, he started getting dropped from everything, bro. Balenciaga, Vogue, Adidas just came out today and finally dropped him. Chase Morgan, they dropped him. Like, bruh, it is looking bad in these streets. Oh, his business venture with what's the record company?
Def Jam.
Def Jam.
Good music. They drop
Yeah.
good music.
Yeah, they drop good music. I mean, it's he is like, if this was his plan to be free, then he mission accomplished. The And so let's talk about Ye first, because I want to get into the Drink Champ stuff a little bit after, because I have some thoughts about that. But what were your questions about Ye though?
Okay, so here's the thing that's interesting. So even after he did the Dream Champs and all that other stuff, he's still been like on a media tour, right? And this is the thing this is what I don't get, right? Okay, so what I don't get is and what I wonder is, what do you think he's ultimately trying to get at? And I say that because I say this, right? So randomly, like let's just say if he doesn't have, he's not running for office like he said, right? Like he tried to do before, right? And let's
No, he
just
said
say,
he was running for office.
okay, but there's okay, there's
That's what
no,
the 2024 hat comes from.
okay. So even with that's the case, though, right? I mean, let's just say you didn't win head, and if you didn't got everybody that pulled away from you, somebody's gonna be telling you, though, this ain't a good look. Basically, you probably don't want to run for office. But even with that said, right? Even with that said, what I am curious to see is what exactly is, if he just says no, I just want to say this. I feel like I've been held back for saying that. I want to just speak my mind. I guess what I just wonder is, what is his end game or goal? Because here's what I'm wondering though, right? If there's no album that comes out, right? If there's no new shoe drop that's coming out, usually there is something that's a grab for attention that results in some type of product that he's able to capitalize off of. And so what I'm just curious about is, what is the thing? Is there an end game? Because if he just woke up one day and said, I've always been thinking about this and I couldn't say this, and now I'm about to go ahead and say it. Even if that's the case though, right? What does he get out of it? Is it peace of mind that now he can finally sleep because his heart is free of these thoughts that he couldn't get out? I'm just kind of curious on what you think his end game is.
I don't think he has one. I think, you can even hear when they ask him questions about the people that are dropping him, and he's almost like that was the plan. Like, yeah, now I woke up with a sense of freedom. It was just like,
he said so he had an interview with a cat from a podcast with this MIT research scientist dude named Lex Friedman. I think that's what it is. And then basically he said, right, that when Balenciaga canceled his deal with them and the Drink Champs interview being pulled down, he said it was a great moment for him. He said it was a great moment for him. Mainly, it's the happiest day of his life, right? Because now he's cutting the grass low, and people who really wasn't with you, they was part time. And usually, when I see somebody who say that they keeping the grass cut low, it's so you can see the snakes, right? So when I say that, is that the end game? Is that I really want to see who truly rocks with me, regardless, no matter what?
I mean, again, only he knows his plan, and I don't think he has one. That's the answer. I don't think he has a end game. His typical MO is that he will talk trash or down about black people, get them all riled up, kind of skirt around with being, with white people, and then come back to the black people once, like you said, he's dropping something or whatever the case may be. Well, now you have no product available, right? You have no product available. Like all your deals, your talent agency dropped you. Like
his lawyer, his Jewish
yes,
lawyer.
yeah. He got a so Adidas held on because they only dropped him today, right? And with Adidas, he even said on the Drink Champs interview, like, you know what I'm saying, I can say what I want and they can't drop me. And so it's just like,
He seemed like he was daring them too. He
right.
looks like he was like, I dare you. And maybe he is basically, maybe he was thinking, oh, I got this contract with them where I know the language is so ironclad that I can speak my mind and say whatever I want to. Like maybe that because he was like, I could say something anti-Semitic and they can't do that. And he was daring them to though, bro. And so I'm just like, okay.
Yeah,
It's
but if
one
it
of
was his ultimate goal anyway to get away from Adidas, then mission accomplished. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think though, if I'm not mistaken, bro, I want to say that just means that all the Yeezy stuff that's there is Adidas stuff though.
yeah, because I
They
mean,
might
hell,
they might
Nike
just
had the original Yeezys, right? So
bro, if
now
I'm Adidas, bro, I'm just dropping the name Yeezy from the shoe, and I'm just gonna call it the Adidas.
350s,
Yep, the Adidas Boost
700s.
350s. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing,
But is the so do you but even still though, do you lose the cachet behind the brand of the shoe if the original style isn't the original style maker isn't associated with it?
bro. You. Here's the thing: you're gonna lose either way, right? Because
Yeah,
there were some people that were buying it because it's yay, right?
yeah,
But
yeah,
if
yeah.
you just rebrand it, my thing is if I'm doing it, I'm be like, look, bro, I'm glad I didn't say what I was about to say. I had us canceled.
Oh
Uh,
Lord.
but
Oh
one,
Lord.
one person don't stop the show, bro. So,
Listen, okay, so here's where I was going with that. Okay, so if you yay, so here's the other thing too. They said that basically Ye had had lost his billionaire status because his deal with Adidas was like 1.2 or 6 billion dollars by itself. So now he's a multi-hundred millionaire, right? So then my question for you is this: if you're Ye, do you just say, okay, well, I'm big enough, let me manufacture? Because I guess that's the thing, though. You're with Adidas as the manufacturer, right? So do you just say, okay, I'm going to become my own one, or do you say I'll just get another manufacturer, another company? And if he does those, who do you see him lining himself up with?
to be honest, bro, the best bet for him, and obviously um this is after everything blows over. Like he has to revamp himself. So let's just say on the other side of stuff, his best bet is to either go with I mean he honestly he could go with Puma,
Mm.
he could go with Under Armour, or if he really wanted to be that dude, he would go to Reebok. Reason why I
So
say the reason why I say Reebok, outside of AI, who else is attached to that brand?
Shaq.
Okay, but see the reason why I said Puma in the beginning is because that's another one who's collaborated with creators and has done well, like with J. Cole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Uh,
Puma. Also, this one, I'm with you 1,000%. Puma was the first logical one to me because
yeah,
I think that in the U.S. it's Nike, then Adidas, and but it's still Nike everywhere else. So if you're still going to go and you're not going to go with Adidas, then logically, I think that to me internationally, I think that Puma is probably an equal to Adidas outside of the United States, right? I think
yeah.
that yeah.
But if
So
you but Under Armour too, the reason why I said them is because they just gave Steph a deal where he basically has his brand of shoe, right?
yeah.
So if there was some way, but they're more into athletic stuff, so I don't see them going there. If
He
anything,
could because the Ye got the Yeezys, the high top ones.
he
That's
he
another thing you talk about athletics. We're gonna talk about
he
that.
does, but he's not capitalizing on that. He's more into fashion. So when you're looking at fashion, though, if you look at like because Puma has basketball accessories or athletic accessories as well, but they're fashion, they're in the fashion first. So I'm saying branding wise to line up, I'm saying Puma, but you know, for the collaborative deal of having your own brand as the Yeezy brand and the Ye brand, because that's probably what he's gonna go with, then because I don't know who owns the title of Yeezy. You know what I'm saying?
It got to be easy. It got to be. Kanye has to own that.
You would think. You would
You would
think.
think.
But yeah,
Listen, bro. Okay, so this is too. This so I got so many more questions. I think, bro. I'm gonna be honest. If you really want to show that you have that you are that kind of an influencer where what you do, I would say, bro, I would be more impressed if he went with somebody like New Balance, bro. If he went and got New Balance and turned New Balance into this high end shoe, because New Balance has always been known for their runners, right? And I think that, and nobody really checks for the Kawhi Leonards. I don't care how many colorways they come in. But I think that at the end of the day, I think that you take somebody like New Balance, and if you put New Balance and you move New Balance ahead of Adidas, I think that's impressive. I think that if you want to be, I don't think that he will go with somebody like Fila, right? Because I just don't think that people check for Fila like that, right? But I think that to me, New Balance or Puma would be the ones that I would say, all right, you know, internationally, that would be. But here's the other thing that I'm curious about, right? Okay, maybe I'm just not such a brand chaser like that, right? But I know that when Kanye was associated with Balenciaga, that Balenciaga's value and everything went up. Their profits, everything, they were more profitable with Ye. I don't know who's buying all this Balenciaga to begin with. I don't know I don't know anybody. And maybe that's what I'm just kind of thinking, like maybe it's not for me, right? Because I don't just regularly go in circles where I see somebody wearing Kanye West inspired Balenciaga apparel, right? It's not something that I see. So I'm wondering then, right, is that if he did this, does the if he boosted your value of your company of that much, do you lose out as much, or is it that you say, yeah, we got to just cut the losses though?
Well, so it's interesting because I was watching the Breakfast Club and Charlemagne reported that basically Adidas stock was losing
Because
before they let him go.
no, Adidas. So here's the thing about, I think that Adidas stock has been dropping, especially since they parted ways.
No. That's exactly what Charlemagne reported against. So Angela Yee reported that their stocks dropped after they dropped him. No, their stocks were dropping like when he was saying the stuff, then the stocks start dropping. So that's why they announced today that they were parting ways. So it's not the reverse. It's not that the stocks were dropping after they dropped him. No, they were dropping before then, and then they released him. Because when he started making the comments about the Jewish community, when he first tweeted out, that's when Adidas finally said, okay, our partnership with him is under review.
These boys said that they said that this would have forecasted them to take a L of $250 million, bro.
Yeah.
And you think, because this is fourth
right
quarter.
Before Christmas.
This is Christmas time though, bro. Yeah. So
well, here's the other breaking news that came out at 5:52. Jaylen Brown and Aaron Donald announced they're leaving Donda Sports.
So just it's funny too, because just the other day, or maybe earlier today, Jaylen Brown was asked, like, why are you still rocking with them like that? And he had a very good response. I mean, he basically said, hey, they represent family, they represent community, they represent action. And, those are the things that I value the most. And so in my off season, when y'all don't see what the stuff that y'all see kind of behind the doors, they basically are supportive, and we're like-minded on those particular regards. And so for that reason, he mentioned that he would stay. I to be quite honest with you, I wouldn't have held it against him if he would have stayed based off of those things. I wouldn't have had any problem at all with that.
See, and that's going to go into some of my thing of what I feel about the Drink Champs interview, which we'll get into. But yeah, he is definitely not doing himself any favors. My thing is that he could have had the same message if he could have delivered it differently.
So let me ask you this though.
Mhm.
Okay, does the value, right? Does the value of let's say the Yeezy shoes, right? The 350s, the 700s, the shoes that we know, does that increase the pricing of does it increase the value of it or does it decrease it? Because I hate resellers so bad, bro.
Listen,
I hate them so bad. But what does this do to the shoe?
so the thing is that is a individual question because, like, the thing is this, right? People are not gonna stop wearing Yeezys. They're not. It's not gonna happen.
Okay.
For one, they're too comfortable.
Hey, listen, man. My son loves his Yeezy slides, bro. Let me tell you.
Listen, I've already given my money. They mine. I'm wearing them. Right.
Okay.
The thing is that, and people are still going to make purchases to get them. I don't know if the resellers are gonna, because like you said, he could be decreasing the value of them. But at the same time, if a company says they're gonna stop production of, that means you are now limiting access to said product, and that makes the demand go up, not necessarily in support of the person. Because I mean, you think about the ups and downs that happened with Michael Jordan, right? Has the value of Jordans gone down because
They've
people
gone
stop?
up.
100%. So what I'm saying is, as an individual thing. So as a reseller or a shoe head, like I said, for them, it probably means that the prices will go up because it's limited quantities.
You know, it's funny though, man. I think that this is going to be the crazy thing, though. It's funny you say that too, right? Because I think that the older I've gotten, the
Mhm.
more of the bigger fan of Jordans I am. Right, the ones that I like, I
Mhm.
really like them more. And I just wonder if people would feel the same way with Ye, like the ones that you know what I'm saying, the ones that you like you know, when you drop, let's say when you drop the re-ups, right? You drop the restocks and you're restocking the old Yeezys, right? And you know that he's not like, do some people like, oh, they ain't even really Yeezys if Kanye ain't really down with y'all, let alone the comfort aspect of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so here's the official statement from Jaylen Brown, because you brought up some of the stuff that he said. He said, "Look, in the past 24 hours, uh, I've been able to reflect and better understand my previous statements, lacking clarity, expressing my stance against recent insensitive public remarks and actions. For that, I apologize. And in this, I seek to be as clear as possible. I have always and will always continue to stand strongly against
Semitism.
yeah, hate speech, misrepresentation, and oppressive rhetoric of any kind. In the light of that, after sharing in conversations, I now recognize that there are times my voice and position can't coexist in spaces that don't correspond with my stance on my values. And for that reason, I am terminating my association with Donda Sports. I do seek to continue providing mentorship, love, and support to the incredible children, facility, and young athletes with whom I've been grateful to form bonds and relationships with during my time with Donda Academy."
Mm. Tough.
Yeah. But let's get into this drink champs, bro. What do you, let me ask you first. What do you feel was the responsibility of drink champs because they took that big swing? I mean, you know, you're coming off an award. Part of your award was landing the first two, well, really the first Yeezy, the first Ye conversation, but they broke it into two parts. But now you have an opportunity to land and take on a talent that most people don't want to have any association with. And but then the interview comes out, of course, the backlash comes out, so then the apology tours come out. What do you feel about it?
Okay, so I think that if you are okay, so if you are the brand owner, right, you have to be clear that this person's point of views and their words is no reflection of what your personal or what your brand actually feels or support. So you do have to feel some level of responsibility to the words that were uttered on your platform, even if they weren't words of your own. I think that it was the responsible thing for Nori to do is to apologize, like and he doesn't have to apologize to me, but I think that it's the responsible thing to do to say, hey, as part of my platform as well, I want to use my platform for as much good as possible. So if in that process, if I ever feel like someone's offended or disrespected by something that came from my platform, I have to at least apologize. And I think that there was a lot of contrition behind it. But I think that you apologize because one, it's the right thing to do. But I think at the same time, I think that you have to apologize because it's your way of separating your label and your platform from the person who got off their opinions on your platform. Though I respect it.
Um, I I think for me, I would have respected the apology more. Again, he ain't apologizing to me. I'm just saying, but just the apology in general. I think if the apology was more about a column and that was it, I think where it lost me was because now you're saying like you're blaming editors and you're saying that oh I was inebriated or that um we don't usually edit conversations but I should have cut some stuff out of this one. That's where I have issue because the platform was supposedly the way it was branded, at least to me, the way I understood it was that they believed in freedom of speech. Okay. And you have your disclaimer in the very beginning of the podcast that says we our views and thoughts and views are one way and they may not necessarily align with the guests that we bring on the show. So that to me covers you from that aspect. Now, knowing what's in the interview, knowing the things that are going to be said, I can understand apologizing for the things you might hear. But to me, the apology came after the backlash came. Instead of if you would have came out up front and said, "Hey, instead of the disclaimer, Nori comes on the podcast and say, "Hey, the thoughts and views that are expressed in this conversation is purely the thoughts of the guests that we have. They
Yeah.
do not align with this, and understand that there are going to be some hurtful things that you hear in this interview. But our podcast is designed to be able to do blah 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 blah." I would have respected that before the podcast dropped versus waiting for the backlash. Because see, in the way I looked at it, I don't believe we would have got an apology if the backlash wasn't what it was.
Well, so okay, but then here's the thing about it. I think that the same can be said about Adidas, Balenciaga, his lawyer. I think that the same can be said about Gap. I think the same can be said about everybody, right? It's and to me, my thing is this: like, okay, so the reason why I say that is that was his disrespect about wearing the white lives matter and what all that means and the derogatory connotation behind it and the comments about George Floyd, was that not enough, right? Like if we're being if we're keeping it 1,000 across the board, then you would like to think that if it's disrespectful, then everybody should but my thing is that
But
the backlash is what caused. I don't think that any of these other brands that are associated with him would have did the same thing if there wasn't
here's
backlash.
the thing. This is why I don't put them in the same situation as Nori, because those companies have business ties with Ye. Nori is only providing a platform for him to say for a voice. Like my thing is as what I'm saying is as a podcast, the point for us to podcast because you and I can have we can have the same conversation off camera.
Right.
We're doing this with the thought that what we're bringing other people want to hear. It's the content. You're doing this for content. That is a big get. Okay. If nobody else wants this interview, well, we're going to take the interview because we pride ourselves on letting people come and say what they want to say. Now, the business ties, though, they have the right to then review everything that's happening and then decide we don't want to do business with said individual anymore. But I'm not doing business with you. I'm just you're using me, I'm using you. You need me because you don't have a social media platform. And I'm using you because I know that people are gonna watch this and it's gonna make my platform do this. But once the moment of backlash hits, then now I gotta apologize because people it went further than what I thought. You knew the controversy. He has been Drink Champs has been doing these types of interviews from day one. We've heard the game say crazy stuff. We heard Ye say something the first time he was on. We've heard other people get on there. We heard B2K. We've heard all like that's what we want to see. We know that that's what it is. So we're going to watch the fireworks. But the thing is that I provided the platform, but it doesn't mean my views line up with everything that he says. So like I said, me personally, I would have respected if they just instead of doing a disclaimer, just coming on there beforehand, be like, listen, you're gonna hear some stuff and understand. I know it might offend some people, whoopty whoopty whoop, but this is what our platform is for. Boom, you covered yourself there. And
I
then what
think that listen, bro. I think that Nori could have very realistically not thought, and when I say this, he could have very much been naive and thought this ain't that big of a deal. Like maybe he just apologized because he didn't really recognize, didn't think that it was going to be that big. I think that he could have very sincerely had not thought that it was going to be as big of a deal, and then had to get out in front of it when he did. And I'm okay with that too, though, man.
Look, let me say this too. I am not trying to attack Nori. I really am not. I respect.
You seem like you're on this back.
I know that. That's why. But we're talking live, right? So because we're talking live, I need to express my true thoughts because I don't want to. I understand the way I'm coming across. See, I'm noticing while we're potting how that we're coming across or how I'm coming across.
Right,
so I
right.
want to be clear in saying I am not attacking Nori. I'm not attacking Drink Champs. I hope one day that we in them seats. I don't know how that's gonna happen because I don't drink. But at the same token, I'm just saying it's always hindsight is 2020. You know what I'm saying?
Right, facts.
But at the same token, they don't do a live podcast. Their stuff is recorded and then edited, and then so that's where I'm saying I'm not attacking Nori or what they do. I just feel like we're just talking about the current state of pop culture.
I get what you
And
mean.
so because of that, I'm just saying I just feel like I don't think he needed to apologize like he did. I understand the George Floyd thing is a little dangerous because of the person it's coming from. You have this prominent figure in the black culture who, you know, people pay attention to what he says. So it is dangerous for him to say that stuff. And I get it, which is why I would have, like I said, I would have preferred. But again, this hindsight is 2020.
Yo, by the way, who is that just dying in the background over here?
Bro, Sarah.
Hey, let me ask you this though. We could talk about this one forever. Days. We got a couple other things that we wanted to talk about. Of course, we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about your Lakers.
You ain't finna say no my Lakers in it. We gonna talk about Russ.
Your Lakers. Hey man. Okay.
Lo and behold, my boy might not be playing tonight.
They 0-3. Right. Listen, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, man.
Keep it a buck.
We talked about this before. I think that the Lakers can beat anybody in the league, but I also think anybody in the league can beat the Lakers. Like it's no surprise to me that they're 0-3. If they went 0-5, it wouldn't surprise me. At the same time,
I just have one question.
Oh, I was going to ask you if the Lakers were undefeated now instead of being very defeated, would this still be an issue?
It absolutely would not be an issue.
If the Lakers went 10-0, does anybody make a deal about Russ?
No, they wouldn't. But that was my question, right? Is these 3 games is the reason the Lakers lost because of Russell Westbrook? That's what I want to know.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you why. It's not because of Russell Westbrook, not directly because of Russ, right? I think that what people are saying is that okay, so people are trying to tell me that the Lakers have been playing defense, and I think it's crazy because I just don't think that they play defense still. And people are like, oh yeah, they're ranked like number 4 in the league, and I'm like, listen, that number to me is misleading because the Lakers have been ahead in a lot of these games, and they've found a way to lose these games, right? And like you can't sit here and tell me that you're a number 4 ranked team and you find ways to lose the games, right? You still at the end of the day, if you play defense, you lock up. But I think the reason why people are basically saying are kind of pointing it to Russ is because salary cap wise and logistically, right? Russ is the only asset that the Lakers have that would be of any value to anybody. So I think that the reason why they're trying to blame Russ because they're saying, "Oh, we don't got no shooting because Russ done opted into his contract. We ain't got no shooting because Russ is on the team." And I think that the reason why people blame Russ is not because of Russ's play; it's just because he's there. Period, bro.
Well, I mean, and if that's their reason, then fine. You know what I'm saying? But Russ didn't bring himself there. So
If Russ averaged a triple double for these 3 games, people would and they were undefeated. People would say he's stat padding still. They would, but it's just it still wouldn't change the fact that Russ didn't bring himself there. When LeBron said, "Y'all, we ain't got no shooters like that." Well, y'all let Monk go, right? You could have signed him. Y'all had Caruso, y'all let him go. It's crazy to me though. But Russ is the only tradable asset, and the fact that what I'm saying that the Lakers know what it takes to get rid of Russ if they wanted to.
Well, listen, this is what I want. So I'm gonna say this. I want them to trade Russ to the Hornets. I don't want him to go to the Jazz. I would love for them to get Terry Rozier and Hayward, Gordon Hayward, and trade for Russ. I'm cool with that. You'll put Russ around him and Melo running the show out there. I'm cool with that.
Yo, you need to get us some tea or some honey, bro, because I'm talking. Hey man, listen. Even if the Lakers listen, bro. People be talking about this. What people aren't talking enough about. Like that boy, listen, man, that boy Anthony Davis. You know when he said he got out there and after that season, he said, "Yeah, I ain't touched a basketball in 2 months." Remember that? He said that. I believe him. I believe him, bro. He looks like, listen, Anthony Davis looks so lethargic on the court to me, bro, that he looks like he doesn't try to give you numbers. He's like, all right, I'll get what I get, and I ain't pitching a fit. I might do something, but he don't be out there doing like he seems like listen, bro. I think that if Russ was not on the team, right? I think that there's no way Anthony Davis will be getting away with the way he's playing this season. He just doesn't even look like he's as like it is. He looks like he's just there for the ride, bro. And I'm thinking like these are supposed to be the years that you're receiving the baton from LeBron, but you're still deferring to LeBron at 38 years old to be the number 1, bro. Like, get out my face, bro.
You know what's funny? It's because they finally, like today, I started seeing the Patrick Bev slander coming in there, along with Russ.
He jacking them threes up, bro. He is jacking them threes up. I don't know, man. But the Nets,
I just about to bring that up.
They're not looking no better. And listen, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you, bro. Ben Simmons is just disgusting, bro. Like I watched them play, bro, and he looked like he is just out there, man. He looks like he out there just to satisfy his contract because he don't want nobody to blame him for nothing. So he looks like he's gonna give you some effort, but not a whole lot because that puts him in position to where he got to be held accountable, though, bro.
What about the 76ers, bro?
Listen, I caught myself hating on them for no reason, bro. And I said, let me just stop, bro. They're gonna show who they are at some point. I don't know, bro. The 76ers, I don't know. You know, here's one of the problems.
Who gonna get hot with first out of them 3 teams, bro?
Out of the Lakers, Nets, and 76ers, I think the 76ers will. I think the reason why they will is because the 76ers don't have that outside noise that's jumping on it. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I think the only thing that the 76ers are missing, right? What they really need to do is just say, you know what, Tyrese Maxey, you clearly are a better number two option for our team right now than James Harden. And let that young man get out there and do his thing, though, bro. Because listen, Tyrese Maxey from the crib. He from Texas. I think Tyrese Maxey is ready to put up 23 points a game, right? He got the bag of moves that says he can average 23 to 24. And I just think that James Harden probably could as well. But I just think that James Harden will, at this point, give it to you in a very inefficient manner. I just think that you got to make James Harden either strictly a facilitator and him as a spot up. You would have to make James Harden more like how Rondo was for the Celtics. But you would also need for Maxey to be the number two guy, though, bro, because he dope to me.
I totally agree. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Nets, bro. I mean, it just looked like they just be trying to just get KD the ball to let him
No
score points.
offense at all. Like
Yeah.
no flow, no screen. They just and listen, I saw, and you know the one thing I do like the Royce O'Neal's jump shot. It looks like he's way more confident in shooting a three. I remember sometimes for Utah that he would pass up that three. And I think that that's dope that he's not though, man. But they have listen, man, I don't know. I just can't believe that with LeBron with KD and Kyrie that you have an issue. I don't know if it's just that the scoring is an issue. I know that they still don't defend particularly well.
They just not on the same page, bro. They don't look
not.
like it. Like the preseason, even though people be like the preseason don't mean nothing, it kind of do.
Is this going to be an indictment on KD? Are we holding KD all the way accountable for this, bro?
No, it's actually making KD look smart because KD wanted out of there.
Okay. From that regard, but he chose it. He chose it.
No.
He chose it to begin with.
To begin with, you're right. To begin with, but when he saw that the ship was sinking, your boy tried to jump off that shit. He wasn't trying to go down with the Titanic, bro.
Gosh,
so for that regard, you asking me a question. That man was trying to leave. He knew something we ain't know.
I get it. But I'm saying though, man, it makes me question your judgment of character, bro. Because this was something that people was like, how do you leave the Warriors, who you said was perfect basketball, right? And you left because you didn't think that you would ever get respected the way Steph did, or that they would look like at that. Like now, you know what's crazy? I think now, looking back at it now, I think that had KD stayed, I think that people wouldn't look at his third ring and fourth ring the way that they would have the first ring.
No, because I already gave him a second ring. I said he can have that one. First one, I don't know. That never existed.
Had he stayed there and they won 2 more rings, I think that people would have came along to the idea that no, he just went there for really basketball reasons, yada, yada, yada. And I think that them being the 3-1, being up on them, I think all of that stuff would have been washed out of people's mind. But the fact that the Warriors did win without him, and now you over here with Kyrie still out here doing Kyrie stuff or whatever, and you get swept, right? And come on, man. Hey,
yeah.
Switch the subjects. I'm trying to make sure we on track here.
We got to bring up that number 2.
That
number 3.
Dang, hold on. What is the Kobe? What is the the
number
Kobe?
3, bro? Number 3.
Oh, the Brittany Griner, man. Is that really news? Because I didn't think that was going to happen anyway.
Well, she made an appeal. I mean, they just said that it didn't go her way. I mean, that is news. I mean, I thought the last bit of news that we got was they was trying to work on the swap, right? But she appealed and they denied it. So as of right now,
let me tell you the reason why I didn't think it was going to be much going on. Right? I didn't think. Okay, so if I'm keeping it 1,000, right? Mm-hmm. I think Brittany Griner is gonna. I think that she is in there for political reasons, right?
I do too. We all think that.
But here's the thing though, because she's in there for political reasons, I think that she is going to be there until if she's in there past these primary elections, right? I think that if she's there past primary, I think she's not going to get out until 2024 because I think that Putin is like, no, I'm not giving y'all the satisfaction to use this as any amount of ammo to help put you over for primary election. So she might get released after that. But if it doesn't go to primaries in November, I think that she's going to have to go all the way in there until 2024 until there's a new president because I think that they already know the terms, and I don't think that Russia probably disagrees with the terms. It's just the timing of the terms.
No, I totally agree with you on that.
Yeah.
No, the quick question about the Kobe versus LeBron. So I started watching. I mean, I'm talking about very early, probably first 10, 15 minutes of the Redeem Team. Bro, who's a bigger killer, Kobe or LeBron?
Oh, I mean, this is the easiest question I've answered all day. Kobe is clearly. Kobe is clearly.
There's a reason why I asked that question, right? So over the San Antonio break, and again, you and I have had conversations when we like, who's the best players out of Mike? Like, what's the order of Mike, Kobe, and LeBron? And it really made me start thinking about, like, yeah, I understand. We say if we wanted to see Jordan, we'd watch Jordan, which is why we kind of somewhat downgrade Kobe in a sense.
I do.
But at the same token, man, that I mean, that Mamba mentality is real, bro.
Yeah, but see, I think that when you say that though, right? You also got to take that Mamba mentality as far as the reason why Shaq has ran up out of the Lakers as well. You got to look at the reason why a lot of other players wasn't just dying to come and play with Shaq, would play with Kobe as well. So that's one thing. But then here's the other thing about it. Even though I think that it's very easy and clear that I would say who's a killer between them is clearly Kobe. I still think LeBron is better than Kobe. And the reason why I say that is that the reason why I think that Kobe is the better killer is because I think that LeBron James is a natural facilitator, right? And I just think that being a natural facilitator means that you don't necessarily have it's the best play, the best shot, right? And I think that Kobe is saying, no, whatever, get out, give me the ball and get out the way. And that might not be the best basketball play, but Kobe's confident was supreme, where he was just like, all right, this is the best basketball play because it's me. Textbook wise, I think LeBron goes out there and makes the best textbook play.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. But listen, even with that said, though, man, I think that people still, I don't think that people quite understand when I talk about LeBron. If you think about with all the assists that LeBron has to match all the points when he makes it, when he leads, when he passes up Kareem. And he passes up Kareem for scoring, all-time scoring. But then when you factor into all the assists for him being top, not only is he top scorer, but he's top 10 in assists all-time and rebounds. That just to me tells me that, yeah, if he shot more and passed less, I thought he clearly would have beat this record a long time ago, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
speaking of Kareem, I saw Kareem punch this dude too. In the face. The dude elbowed him in his
oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, that boy was new to the league too. I thought he was finna come in there and elbow Kareem.
Gosh, man.
Kareem said, "Oh, okay, this is how you want to do it. Welcome to the league. Pick your eyeball up."
Yeah. Hey, listen. A couple things I've been dying to see if we got some time to talk about, bro. Because there were some finales, right?
Yeah.
House of the Dragons and that boy Kanan.
Yeah.
And then Serpent Queen's finale should be this week, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it?
Because they only do 8 episodes on Prime. I think this is.
Okay.
Is it Stars?
Same Prime. It's Stars.
Stars. Okay, I watch it through Prime. So yeah, okay, so I'm still good on that. But listen, better finale.
Kanan, easy.
I agree with you.
Here's the thing. That doesn't mean the House of the Dragons wasn't good. I'm not saying that at all. But if you're asking me which one was better, it was Kanan. I thought we got more answers to things, and it set up more stuff makes you want to catch season 3. Season 2 was definitely hands down better than season 1 for me. I'm connected to the characters. I listen, spoilers, because I'm about to say some spoilers. I thought it was mismanagement to kill singing girl so soon. Like, I don't feel like she kind of I don't feel like she kind of got, he just found out that she owned the studio. And bro, his face when she said, "I own you," bro, I wanted to cry with him, bro. He couldn't even smoke his cigarette the way he was hurt, bro. She stole his soul, bro.
You know,
Took,
you know
bro,
what I
she
think is
should have been
crazy?
sang. She should have just been called Shang Tsung after that, bro. The way she took his soul, bro.
You know what I thought about when I saw that episode? You know who she reminds me of in
Who was
terms
that?
of her personality. Okay, so for some reason, and I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, but for some reason, she seems to me to be how I think dating or being with Monica, the singer Monica, would be.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
like
a far
listen,
stretch.
no. Listen. So Monica, there's people, people will call Monica Gunica, right? Because Monica is about them hands, bro. Monica is about that, right? And I think that people's like, no, Monica is really gutter, right? And for some reason, bro, when I look at Monica, I would like it feels like dating Monica would be like dating Rock for some reason. Like she seems to me to be where if you came home late, she would answer you at the door with a pistol to your head and tell you if you
Yeah.
come home late again, this time this ain't no water. Like I don't know what it is, but when I was watching her on this episode, it clicked to me. I said that for some reason in my head. I said that's how Monica. And I could very well be wrong, right?
Yeah.
But it just seems like
Now,
yeah.
I will say, and I know this wasn't in the finale, but it was in the one episode before that. I know you cheered heavy when Big Boy got shot up in the elevator.
Oh my gosh.
You hated him.
I hated him so badly, bro. I hated him so bad, and I was so glad when he died. And listen, you know who I'm dying to see what happens to us on the next season. His partner, the
That with
Spanish looking dude with the comb
no,
over
no.
looking.
You know who that is, bro? That is Terry Howard, bro. That's Terrence Howard cousin, Terry Howard, bro.
Oh my gosh, is he the same dude? Listen, is he the same dude from Star Wars? You know the dude who took care of Leia?
Wait, you talking about Billy D. Williams?
No. So when Luke and Leia got split up, Luke went out to
Oh, you talking about Bail Organa.
is that the same dude, bro?
Oh, bro,
They
that's a
look the
black dude
same.
with a perm, bro.
They look the same to me, bro. They look like the same dude.
Hey,
I said
that's not, bro. That ain't even the same nationality.
they look the same. They look like the same dude, bro. He looks
Uh,
like that. Yeah, listen. So you're right. But this, the one thing that I didn't get. So this is when I say that when I think about Rock on there, what I didn't put two and two together of this possibility. I didn't put two and two together that, they say, oh yeah, you Kanan is DEF CON's dad. And they talk about she was working with Omar Epps, right? And they said, oh, she was a CI, but it never dawned on me that she would have snitched on DEF CON so that she can take the spot as the number one.
Yeah.
I never put that together for
And
some reason.
the reason why the police don't bother her is because he was smashing when she was underage.
Right. And it took me all the way. So I understood that part when they said she was 17. But even then, I didn't put two because she looks so much older. And I'm thinking like, well, how long has DEF CON been in jail? One.
Right.
But then the other part that I'm still thinking is that, I just never understood that they don't, because when you acknowledge that, then you also have to acknowledge that she was a snitch, right? And
Mhm.
that's the part that I think that I just never that it took me until yesterday to read, and I didn't catch it on Sunday, but I watched it on Monday. That's when I put two and two together. Then
Yeah. Definitely better finale. Like I said, I enjoyed House of the Dragon. It was really a two-part finale because last episode was about Team Green and this was about Team Black. So uh I'm gonna tell you, bro, when Luke got ate up on that dragon, bro.
I was mad that Long Face was out there making the face that made his face look longer.
Bro, when he had the blue eye though, I thought that was dope though.
The
I ain't
blue
gonna lie.
eye did look. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna
I'm
catch
like,
that.
man,
Did
just
look fresh.
take the patch off, bro. You didn't
He
even need the
looked,
patch.
yeah, he looked like you know what he reminded me of? He looked like the Snow King,
Yeah, I
the
could see
White
that. But
Walker. He looked
yeah,
like a
yeah.
White Walker out there.
But to me, bro, he looked like Waluigi, bro. The
Man,
fake
listen.
Luigi from the
He
Mario
listen,
Brothers.
he got out there, man, and he was making his face when he was on there, and the more he scrunched up his face,
The
usually
longer
they
his
yeah, you scrunching your face brings it in. His just got longer, it like his face was just melting. Listen, I do think that you had that moment where where he was trying to scare him, but then he was like, oh shoot, you know what I'm
see,
saying?
they be forgetting, bro, that they are on dragons. Like they're dragons, bro. Like
Yeah,
while you can, get them to be able to ride them and stuff like that, they're still dragons. So it's like, bruh, you out here playing this dragon thinking, oh, I'm about to murk this other dragon. Like you blew
yeah.
fire in my face.
They ain't brothers.
They ain't
The
playing
drag,
either.
yeah. Um, and listen, I do think that Serpent Queen though, bruh, is it's I'm waiting for the next episode on that because like I said, how they're playing it out though, man, is A1. It is definitely A1. It's that I usually am not into slow burns that much, but for this one, I think that they do it just right though, man. And
Yeah,
what I do think is interesting though, man, is that I do like how they have people like they got people where when I don't like them, like I can't stand them, and
yeah.
they just like the what is this Henry, um,
The
and
new
his
king.
the new king and his new wife. Like it's like
I hate that.
I hate her and I hate
But you
him.
know what's interesting to me though, right? Because obviously they do it to where it's like she's like there's storytelling the story, right?
Yeah.
But it's interesting that even though they did that in the story that she was telling, because this is the new queen
Yeah,
saying stuff, she was real bratty and stuff in the episode. So I'm just thinking mostly when people are telling stories about themselves, they will dummy down as much villain of themselves. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Unless it's intentional. And so it just seemed weird. But I mean, I get the concept, but yeah, I'm definitely waiting for the next episode.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to see what they do about the black girl on there, who she
Yeah.
got moving around. Like, what's the intent there? Because it's almost like she's kind of double agent, but I still want to see what the end result is. But
Well, I think what she's kind of doing is letting her kind of create her own narrative, but making it feel like it's her own narrative when she's leading her that direction. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
Like she's almost letting her see how much of she couldn't stand the new queen in order to be like, oh, okay,
yeah,
you
yeah,
led me
yeah.
here to do this, the whoop de whoop de whoop. So no, but
I
oh,
can't wait.
one thing though, before we go, I heard somebody else talking about the House of the Dragons, and I heard them call the hand of the king the new little finger. And I was like, bro, they stole that from us, bro. Because
The new little finger.
we've been calling him Little Finger Jr. from the beginning, bro.
Hey, and you know what's funny though, man, is I'm watching Game of Thrones over. I'm about to watch an episode of it as soon as we get off here, as a matter of fact. But I'm watching Littlefinger, and it's funny because you know what's crazy, bro, is that I don't remember disliking Littlefinger, right?
I did.
Now that I'm watching it, I do though. Like
Yeah.
I didn't dislike him when I first watched it.
That's because you had Joffrey to hate more.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
And
Though,
and
man.
and, and the crazy thing is that the actor Joffrey, bro, he stopped acting, bro.
Now I thought he does like Broadway or something.
Right. But what I'm saying is major parts is what I'm saying. He basically said he lost the passion to do it. Like he said, I've been acting since I was 8 years old. He said, and it's becoming more of a job than it is a passion.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, man. Well, listen, man, it's a Tuesday. What you got going on for the rest of the week?
Man, I'm gonna finish producing this track, bro, and see where it goes. And other than that, man, I got some other projects that I'm working on. So that's about it, man. What about you?
Hey, I'm looking to finish editing, or at least not finish editing. I'm looking to start a timeline for this new video that I'm editing. And the big thing is that, you know, these files is these 4K files. So it's like usually when I drag everything in, and you know how we synchronize everything. If it's the 1080p videos, it's I can go through and everything's cool. With these 4K, that thing is just dragging. So I'm just like, oh my God. So I'm having to look at the videos one at a time because it's faster that way. So that's been taking me a longer time. So it's like I'm trying to every day look at a video and drag it in and edit that one clip, since I can't speed wise pull all of them in there though. So that's my goal for the week though, bro. Is to finish a timeline for that by the end of the week though. But that one is dope though. So far I've been looking at the footage, and the footage looks incredible though, bro. So yeah.
That's what's up. Well, look, man, let's get up on out of here, bro.
Let's do it.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast.
Can you dig it,
of all time.
sucker?